seen scenes like this play out in your long career. California officials had previously said they would not work with federal agents on immigration crackdowns. From your perspective, sir, as a former police chief in a huge metropolitan city, did that decision escalate, in your opinion, the conflict between protesters and ICE agents?
Well, given the political environment and the determination of the Trump administration to really enforce immigration law at a different level, uh, it was foreseeable, but it's very unfortunate because your local police, they really have to set the tone, especially in situations like this, because you have deconfliction that must happen. Because if not, something very tragic can happen when you have multiple law enforcement agencies moving in the same space, but they have very, very different objectives.
With your experience, do you believe local officials were prepared for these protests that we're seeing play out?
The morning quarterback. It's difficult to say not being on the ground, but what I can say is, in a very healthy relationship, you have to depoliticize the law enforcement aspect, regardless of what your take is on immigration enforcement. The local PD's first responsibility is to make sure, number one, that you preserve a person's right or a group's right to protest peacefully. And if it is not peacefully done, then whatever law enforcement measure is necessary to restore peace, that's the requirement, that's the responsibility, that's the duty of the law enforcement agency. Then secondly, if there is a need to escalate, then you have the state police, then you have your federal partners, and as a very last resort, you would have the National Guard. But when the president or any administration, take Trump out of it, makes that determination and the governor has not weighed in, it is, unfortunately, it could be a tragedy waiting to happen without proper coordination.
With that said, we've seen techniques like tear gas and flashbangs being used. Based on the picture you've seen, again, I know you're not on the ground. Do you think that was the right response?
Again, it's difficult to say, not being in a situation, but what I can say is this. When you have federal intervention, they have a different level of responsibility to the local community. So as a local police chief, I had to make decisions, and as other chiefs do, because at the end of the day, when the feds pull out, you still have to police your areas, and you have to have relationship with that community. So it can be very difficult if the federal government comes in, they make enforcement decisions without a coordination with the local PD. And then when they pull out, then that local PD, that local chief, those community leaders, the city council, the mayor, they have to answer directly to their constituency, where the federal government does not necessarily have that local proximity to local leadership.
So they do have to play a role, whether it's now or later. Today is Sunday. We heard Alicia Nieves, our correspondent on the ground here in New York, that organizers have called for more protests. Knowing that this will likely happen, do you think how are police preparing for this right now, knowing their protests?
Well, I think any chief that's exercising any level of wisdom, especially if you're in areas where immigration is a border issue, or there's an infiltration at a level to where it's going to bring attention from ICE, any local chief, if they're wise, they would start having conversations with their local partners, making sure that in the event they need to set up a command post, that they have the appropriate communication, they do the appropriate deconfliction, and within the parameters of the law, make sure that if there are protests, that they are peaceful. And when they go beyond being peaceful, you take the politics out of it and you have to enforce the laws. If there's, you see fires that are on the screen now, those things that would not fall under a peaceful protest. If you look at, the civil rights movement and Dr. King's leadership, peaceful protest was the impetus for the most significant civil rights change we've seen in this country's history. Yet, unfortunately, that pattern does not seem to resonate. So once you interject, cars on fire, throwing bricks, fighting with police officers, It takes it out of the realm of peaceful protest, and then law enforcement has to do what's necessary to maintain peace.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.